up? Welcome to Move of the Week. So we're gonna be talking about countering a little thread the needle, leg weave, whatever you kind of want to call it, pass. But essentially what happens is I'm in open guard. Mo's gonna push my legs off to his side. He's gonna thread his arm through. Sometimes what people elect to do is bring their knee across to pin. It's a good option. Now my leg's trapped. He might progress up to my head. He might come through, and then he might step off and then complete his pass, right? Another option he might do is he comes through and he might pass my legs and just keep his weight outside and heavy and drive through, right? Regardless, they're both problematic and they both have their issues. So today we're doing it a little bit no-gi. There is different counters between if it's in the gi or not. I have to watch out for different things, but today it's no-gi. So Mo's gonna thread this leg through. So the first thing I have to do, whether my foot's on the inside or it's on the outside, is I need to establish a frame. My preferred frame is this outside arm and then the inside across here. What I can't let Mo do is establish head control, grab my head, and collapse me. If I do that, that's bad news. So from here, I have to frame. Okay, from this is where we can hit our move. So I'll show the whole thing, then we'll talk about it. You ready, sir? Now we have the back take. So when he comes through, he starts to thread the needle. I have to establish my frame. A lot of times his hand's gonna be down here, addressing this leg, so the wrist is gonna be here to catch. If he doesn't address this leg, it's a poor pass, and I can use my foot to try to reinforce, and now he's in trouble and I can recover the guard. So from here, he's gonna have no choice but to usually control my thigh. That's gonna give me a chance to control his wrist and frame across. From here, I prefer to get my foot. I won't be able to reach his far hip, but I'll be able to reach his inside hip most likely. From here, I can give him a little push between my arms and my foot and create some space. I'm gonna rip my top leg out, the one that was framing, and from here, you have a couple of options. If Mo kind of has good forward pressure, I like to pass this underneath to this tricep rear delt grip, and I'm gonna hit a back take, an arm drag. From here, you have all kinds of options you could go to, okay? Option two, he threads here, right? I'm gonna bring my feet into the right position. Either my foot's on the outside, but I place on the hip, I frame, push. From here, if he's not keeping as forward pressure when my leg comes out, well, now we're into open guard. There's a bunch of things we could hit. We could progress to triangles, we could progress to legs, right? What's another thing we could do? We could go to X. You have all kinds of options you could go to. You're just in an open guard. But the essential counter is the most important detail is that you have to establish some kind of a frame. If Mo's able to progress this hand either to my gi, if it's a gi, or to my neck, or climb me and start pulling his weight forward, that's where I get in trouble. So step one, establish frame. Okay, he moves over. Here, usually it's gonna be at the wrist first. Ideally, I'd like to frame across the neck. I'm creating space. If his head's able to stay low, that could be a problem. We do have other counters, like I could push his head down and start to come up and start to hit some other sweeps and attacks too. Okay, but that's if his head is in a poor position. It most likely won't be there. So he frames, he comes through, right? I'm up. My foot's onto his hip. I push, create pressure. Right here, even if Mo drives into me, it's very difficult. See how I'm driving all the way across the mat? I'm gonna exit my top leg. From here, I progress from the wrist grip to the rear delt tricep and push across. Now you have all kinds of options. We could go to back takes. We could go to arm locks. Okay, whatever you want to move into. Hopefully you guys like it. See you guys later.